Hi, it's Mike with AskTractorMike.com. I've got my daughter Reagan home from college today, and I'm going to show her how to use a box blade to do something that if you move out to the country and you buy a place back in the woods like most of us do, you'll be doing sometime, and that's grading a gravel driveway. We've got a driveway here that goes back to some property we bought to build a downsized house on. And we've got a house that when there were 5 of us living there, it was the perfect size, but there's 2 of us living there now. And we've talked about, and I don't know if we'll ever get this done or not, building a smaller house and then a shop you can see from the space shuttle. But this driveway goes back to that property. It's an easement that goes between 2 properties that are owned by someone else back to the property that we bought, which is kind of landlocked. And we don't go back here much. There's nothing back here but just a big field. And as you can see, this is what happens to most driveways when you leave them. You have tire tracks where we drive back there when we do come down here that get kind of mashed down, and then grass growing in the middle, and on this driveway, grass growing everywhere really, so you can barely see the driveway. The gravel's still there. We just got to bring it up to the surface. So Reagan's home from college today, and she desires to live in the country someday. She'll probably have a tractor and have this issue. Unless you've got an asphalt driveway, you're going to be working up the gravel. So if you're going to buy a box blade, first thing you need to know is it needs to be just a little bit wider than the tread width of your tractor. And my tractor tread width is just a shade under 6 feet. I've got a 6-foot 72-inch box blade. That's plenty for this project. So I don't know the engineering principle on a box blade, but for whatever reason, you've got a cutting edge going forward and a cutting edge going back. And that's why a box blade works so well for this project and just a straight blade won't. A straight blade, which on the place I grew up on, that's all we had, has a cutting edge that goes forward, and when you're going back, you just kind of smooth things down. But a box blade will have a cutting edge going forward and a cutting edge on the back. And for whatever reason, I don't know the engineering principle, but it works up the ground more if you back up. In other words, here you're going to want to start in reverse and go back, and then when you get to the end and you've worked up a bunch of gravel, drive forward. And you're going to do that multiple times. Now we're going to start out, I like to have my box blade from front to back a little bit higher in the front than the back, not much. But what that does is that means your cutting edge is kind of aimed down in the back, and it'll cut in more. And then when you're driving forward, it'll the cutting edge will be off the ground just a little, and it'll smooth down better. So I've already got that set back here. So just a little bit, extend your top link out so it's a little bit higher in the front where the cutting edge hits than the back. The other thing that we're going to do here, we're going to start with the box blade completely level. And then when Reagan gets it kind of worked up, we're going to angle it just a little bit from side to side, so we create kind of a crown in the middle so the water drains off to the side. And we'll stop and do that when you get it worked up. But when I've told people before how you work a box blade, you just drive. It's that simple. And we've got a lot to work up here, and this looks intimidating, but I think you'll see all the gravel's still here. We just got to bring it to the surface. So questions?
I feel like my question always is like, what's the worst thing that could go wrong, and how do I prevent that? Or if I'm stuck in that situation, how do I find a solution?
You're going to be going really slow. We want the tractor in the lowest range,
okay,
revved up pretty good, so we're not working our hydro that much.
How many RPMs?
I would put it at around 2,000 RPM, 1,800 to 2,000. For this project, we'll have 4-wheel drive engaged, at least at the beginning when we need it, when we're pushing up gravel. Later on, when we're just about done and we're just spreading it out, we could probably be in 2-wheel drive and be fine. If you're wondering about whether you need ripper teeth for this, I don't use them. You can. I've got mine in the up position where they won't touch the ground. It might make it a little faster with them, but I always worry about an elm root or a maple root being around and catching it with a ripper tooth. And so I keep mine up. This is a project, unless you go off in a hole and tip the tractor over. I mean, you want your seatbelt fastened and all that, but there's not much can go wrong doing this, like I said, unless you're on a slope.
Awesome.
Ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Yep. Well, we're done. You can see the dog in the driveway behind us. I think it went pretty good, Reagan. It took a little longer than I thought it would. This has not been done in a long time. I'll have to look back. The last time I did this, I did a video, and it's been, gosh, years.
Yeah, you can tell. You could tell.
Okay, what do you think, Ray Ray? What worked and what didn't? My advice.
I think everything worked. In the beginning, I just had to stick with it because in the beginning I was like, well, we're gonna have to scrap this video. This is not working. But we got it to work.
Yeah, the first couple of times you're over it, you don't really think you're doing anything. And
No.
then, I think it was the fourth pass I was recording, and I mean, you were digging in.
Yeah.
And it really looked good.
Yeah. The big thing is check for rocks before you do this because I actually ran over a big rock.
Right in here somewhere.
Yeah, and that can, I know, bend your box blade.
Well,
Or maybe not.
if it doesn't move, it could, but
Yeah.
you just plucked it out of the ground, and the box blade went over the top of it and left a trail of gravel and everything, and then I got it and got rid of it. But this really looks good, I think. You can see it behind us. Looks like a driveway.
Hire me.
Anything else that you found that worked good and didn't work?
Gosh, it was so straightforward.
Yeah.
It's just straightforward. Just do it like you said in the beginning and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Just get on the tractor seat and drive, and don't give up when it doesn't look like it's doing anything the first couple of times.
Yeah. Like this video so Tractor Mike can afford my fees because I've been in enough of these. He's going to have to start paying up.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.